I run an organization called Innocence Project New Orleans. We represent people who are sentenced to spend the rest of their lives in prison and who claim that they are innocent and who we believe we can prove are innocent. In the time that the organization's been in existence, we have freed or exonerated 22 people from Mississippi and Louisiana's prisons, and they have served a total of 450 years in prison. All of them were sentenced to spend the rest of their lives there without the possibility of parole. And all of them were poor, and none of them had a trial that lasted more than 3 days. I was studying law at Edinburgh University, and while I was there, I learned about human rights issues around the world. One of the issues that we learned about was the death penalty and really the broader criminal justice system in the southern United States. And so when I was an undergraduate, I applied to go and do an internship in an office that fought against the death penalty and against oppressive police practices there. And I went for 3 months after the end of my third year of university. During my fourth year at university, I was struggling financially, in part because I had spent the summer not earning money. And I was very worried about where that money to pay just for my living expenses, my rent, my clothes, my food, was going to come from. I couldn't see anywhere. And so I started frantically researching educational grants and didn't really think there would be anyone that would be able to help me. And then when I found the Merchant Navy School Foundation, I thought that perhaps it was my lucky day, and I applied to them, and it was incredible. They were very respectful, very quick. They obviously gave my application very careful consideration. They really talked me through what I needed it for, helped me to think about exactly what amount of money I needed to finish college, and then were able to provide me with a grant every month for the last 7 or 8 months of my university education. That meant I could finish university. Because of them, I was able to not just finish my degree, but I was able to do so without such crippling debt that I could go on and do the work that I wanted to do and not just go and work for a big law firm and practice commercial law. So when I found the foundation, I contacted them and they sent me application materials. I can't remember any difficulty in the process. I do remember them, being careful about what I was asking for money for and making sure I had really budgeted, what I was saying I was going to need, and going through that with me really to help as much as anything. I remember thinking, I can't believe someone's going to help me. This is so exciting. And I don't think it was, a process that was stressful or difficult in any way. It was nice. It was really nice to meet someone who seemed to understand and seemed to be willing to help. And it was quick, and they, I guess, quickly surmised that they could help, and did. I suppose it goes without saying that you can't be a lawyer without a law degree. So for me, the foundation support meant the difference between what I wanted to do with my life or what I wanted to be, and hoping, I think, to make a difference in other people's lives, and just not having that possibility open to me. Clearly, education is more than, it is not an end in itself. Education opens doors for people, and that's why when a foundation supports education, they are really supporting the whole life of that person and everybody that person is going to come into contact with. So it opens up possibilities that simply don't exist if you don't have that help. My experience of the foundation is that they are responsive, respectful to the applicants and their parents, and want to help. They want to put the money they have to good use for people who want to get an education and use it well. So it's really thanks to the foundation that I was able to go, after doing an internship and realizing what I loved and what I wanted to do, I was able to not just finish my degree, but I was able to put that degree to use doing what I love and what I hope is helpful work. If somebody asked me whether they should apply to the foundation, I would say absolutely. It is a foundation that wants to help people get an education. And if that is important and you have the relevant connection to the Merchant Navy, they will, I think, find a way to help you if you qualify. And the process of finding out if you qualify is not arduous, it's very respectful. And they made all the difference in the world to me, and I know they have to many others too.